As you all know that all the knowledge of the world is in concept. So, for mastering the concept, I would like to invite Udit. Please give a huge round of applause to Udit.
Great morning to all of you. Myself with from 12th standard and a proud pupil of Sunrise Public School. Today I am come here to share my knowledge with you. So without any delay, let's start. My subject is physics and topic is Coulomb's law in electrostatics. First, the term stuck in our mind, what is electrostatic? Electrostatic, it is made up of two words, electro and statics. Electro and statics. Electro means electric charge. Electro means electric charge. Next, static means state of rest. Static means state of rest. Yes, so we can define it as electrostatic is the branch of physics that deals with the study of electric charge at rest. It is the branch of physics that deals with the study of electric charge at the state of rest. Next, the term stuck in our mind, what is electric charge? What is electric charge? It is the additional property of electrons and protons which give rise to the electric force between them. It is the additional property of electrons and protons which give rise to the electric force between them. Now let us know the value of electrons and protons. Charge on electron. And charge on proton. Charge on electron is minus 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. What is the value? Minus 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. And charge on proton is plus 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. What is the charge on proton? Plus 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. Now my question is to you, how many electrons are present in 1 coulomb of charge? Is there anybody? Yes, Kanika.
6.25 into 10 raised to power 18 electrons.
Yes, right answer. Clap for Kanika. This is 6.25 into 10 raised to power 18 electrons. How this value come? Let's have a look there. As Kanika told us, there are 6.25 into 10 raised to power 18 electrons present in 1 coulomb of charge. Now let's have a look there. We have given charge 1 coulomb. And n is equal to number of electrons and E is equal to, as we know that charge on electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. Yes, and Q is equal to given charge. That we have 1 coulomb. As we know that given charge is equal to number of electrons into charge on electrons. From there, we have charge 1 coulomb. 1 coulomb. And charge on electron 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 electron. So from there we will simplify it. It is 1 by If we put the decimal here, C cancel out with C. If we put the decimal point here, we will increase its power. So 16 into 10 raised to power 20. We will take the power up. It will 10 raised to power 20. 10 raised to power 20 divided by 16. We will take it positive because in denominator it was in negative. We will do it as we will do it, separate it power 10 raised to power 2 into 10 raised to power 18. We will get it as 100 because 10 raised to power 2 means 100 into 10 raised to power 18 divided by 16. We will cancel out it. 16 cancel out with 100. It will 6.25 and we got our answer 6.25 into 10 raised to power 18 electrons. Have you got? Yes. Okay. Let's have a look to next. Next we will discuss about Coulomb's law in electrostatics. Coulomb's law in electrostatics. Let's have a look on the figure. We have two charges Q1 and Q2 present at point A and at point B. Okay, these are separated by a distance r. So Coulomb's law in electrostatic of repulsion and attraction is given as it is directly proportional to the magnitude of two charges, that is F is directly proportional to Q1 and Q2. That is our equation number first. Next it is inversely proportional to the square of distance between them, that is F is inversely proportional to 1 by r square. It's our equation number second. Our first equation is this and second is, let's combine both of the equation. We will get, by combining this equation, F is directly proportional to Q1 Q2 divided by r square. If we have to remove this sign of proportionality, we will put up K there. F is equal to K Q1 Q2 divided by r square, where K is the constant of proportionality whose value depends upon nature of medium and the system of unit used. In vacuum or in air, its value is K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Now let's have a look what is epsilon naught there. Epsilon naught is permittivity of free space. Remember, we are talking it in vacuum or in air. Okay, its value is 8.854 into 10 raised to power minus 12 Coulomb square per Newton per meter square. Okay, next square per Newton per meter square. If we talk about its unit we got Coulomb square per Newton per meter square, or its unit is also farad per meter. We got the value of K. Let's put the value of K in this equation. This is our equation number third. We will put it and we will get F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by r square. This is our equation number 4. Now we will get what is the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is 9 into 10 raised to power 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square. Okay. Now let's have a look how we get this value. 1 by 4, and we know the value of pi is 3.14, and as I had told you, what is the value of epsilon naught? 8.854 into 10 raised to power minus 12. When we will simplify it, we will got it as 9 into 10 raised to power 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square. Have you got this? Yes. Now our equation number 4 is F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by R square. It is our final resultant. It is Coulomb's law in electrostatic. Have you got this? Yes. Thank you and have a nice day. Thank you and all to listen me carefully.